If it doesn't,
hold on to your butts.
Don't waste my motherfucking time!
I got up this morning, put on my shoes, tied my shoes, went to the mirror, put a comb in my hair, I made a move, know what to do. Try to break and run.
All right, we are live. It is the Lotus Cast, lotuscast.com. At the Lotus Cast on Twitter. Boy, do we have a show for you. And before we get into things, I'd like to take a second to say hello to my good friend Joe.
Hello.
Hi, Joe.
What's going on?
And then I'd like to say hello to my pal Adam.
Howdy, friends.
And some people that I actually can't even see right now, and they can't see me, I don't think. But
Probably better that way.
Analog Heart is back in studio for the third time. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Yeah.
Really excited to have you guys. You know, there's a lot that has changed with us. You know, because we've been relocated and downgraded, and really a lot of cutbacks at the studio. But we're really happy to have you here.
Thank you. Happy to be here. We've had
Liz,
a lot of changes too, right? Nothing.
yeah, there has been a lot of changes with you guys, and I want to really get into all of it. And there's so much to talk about. Liz and Jesse, you guys have always been the past two times you've been on our show. It's just you guys, and you've got drums and basses now.
Yes,
yeah. We have a full complement.
It's pretty exciting.
It is very
Is this like new drums and new bass, or?
Yeah, it's a new drummer, Eric. Say hello, Eric. And Austin on bass.
Oh yeah.
And we used to have a drummer named Austin also, and so we should not confuse the two. They are not the same Austin. So yeah, it's all new.
Not many Austins out there, and there's been two in Analog Heart.
And a city in Texas.
Yep.
I feel like Austin is actually, isn't it kind of one of those names that's becoming more popular?
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I'll be in Target and somebody's like, "Come here, Austin," and I'm like, "What?" And then I see like this little 5-year-old run by. I'm like, "What the?"
Yeah, I have a student named Austin.
City names are super cool.
Yeah.
I knew a kid named Denver. That's a sweet name.
Cool, yeah.
My favorite Bible verse is Austin 3:16.
My birthday is April 16th, so I'm Austin 416.
Is it really cool and unique, or is it just lazy? Is it like, all right, what do we name this kid? They look at a map and just like there's one of those brochures that says, well, you know, what you can do in Austin.
Yeah, right. I think my mom wanted a name that it wasn't like you couldn't do a nickname, like Michael's Mike or Daniel's Danny. But like people call me Oster, Osty. So
I was going to say Osty is the natural shortening of Austin.
It really kind of didn't hit the target, but Oz, yeah.
Like, how do you go for a nickname for Eric?
E. I call him E.
Big E.
Airman.
Ick.
Easy E.
I have like 10 million nicknames for my name. Yeah.
Suri. It's Eric backwards.
Sorry. Yeah, welcome, guys. Where you guys are going to play a couple songs, and like you said, there's a lot to talk about. But before we go further, and I'll throw this question to you guys in Analog Heart. Are you guys big fast food fans?
I like Five Guys a lot. Does that count?
Yeah, I like all foods.
I guess that's fast food, yeah.
Does Five Guys count as fast food because there's no drive-through? Because you have to go in and then wait for it to be made.
I don't even know if I've been to Five Guys.
It's like fast casual.
I like fast food.
How about Starbucks? Is that fast food?
Well, some Starbucks have a drive-through.
I like McDonald's and stuff, but I'm ashamed.
That's all right, Liz.
Five Guys is definitely like a fast
you.
casual type of situation along the lines of
like
Chipotle
borderline.
or Subway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like fast food,
It's a
but
true fast food.
almost fast food.
I like some Popeyes. That's some good stuff.
Popeye's chicken is fucking awesome.
Yeah, there's not a lot of those around though. Hard to find.
I do like the Popeyes. So I was rolling around a McDonald's as I've been known to do, and they've got a new sauce, which is the Sriracha Big Mac sauce.
Oh, sriracha.
Sriracha's like
That sounds awesome.
everything is sriracha now.
Yeah.
Well, it's because people think it's spicy and it's not.
So
I know.
everything
It's got like that little hint of a
Like
spice.
tangy spice.
It's like a tangy spice, and it ruins like California or wherever they harvest it from.
Inferior to Tabasco.
Yeah.
It's not like
So I typically am right there with you. I'm like, all right, well, I'm always a fan of sriracha. It always adds flavor. But sriracha has, like, they've been really overdoing the sriracha in like the past. I mean, sriracha was like a big deal 5 years ago. Like, oh, cool. Like, Wendy's introduced some sort of sriracha flavored chicken sandwich, right? And the fact that McDonald's is hopping on the sriracha bandwagon this late in the game, I thought was kind of weird, right? And they have a sandwich that they're offering. It's a burger that's like a sriracha mac sauce burger with baby kale.
So they're jumping on the health train too, I guess. I don't know.
yeah.
I'm like, what is McDonald's doing? Like,
Instead
what?
of 800
Baby
calories,
kale.
it's 790.
They have the kale McGriddle now. It's so good.
I don't see what the big deal about kale is, anyways.
You're not a big kale fan?
I tried to be, but it's like to eat a kale salad, you have to like massage the kale for like 10 minutes in oil.
To
and
massage it?
Yeah.
You can't just rip it off the kale plant.
You have to give it
I don't know how you
compliments.
It's like
harvest
if you
kale.
just like rip it off and eat it, it's like very bitter, I find. So to like make it nice and tender
Palatable.
and sweet.
Wait, so you have to.
You like
You have
squeeze
to-
out the bitterness.
You have to just massage it in oil and like lemon and salt and pepper. That
You
actually
have to
tastes really good.
My kale.
You
Yeah,
have
some
to
people.
woo the kale before you eat it. Like you
Yeah.
actually have to.
Yeah, some people like put on the timer for 10 minutes and they just massage
You have to
that
teach
shit.
it to not be bitter anymore.
Yeah.
That's
I
insane.
taste better when I'm massaged too. So.
Give the
You have to
kale,
do-
give the kale a happy ending.
Right. Like literally, you have to have foreplay with your kale before you consume
Yeah.
it.
I don't want to know about that going on at McDonald's. To be honest.
I'd like to get hired at McDonald's as like the kale massager.
I just like I'm a big fan of McDonald's, and I mean I tried it. I'm not gonna lie to anybody and say that it was I had to try it. It's a new item at McDonald's, and it really did just kind of taste like a creamy sriracha. There wasn't really much. I don't know if you guys like the Mac sauce at all, or whenever you roll in there, if you grab yourself a Big Mac.
I don't think I've ever
There
had
was
a
not
Big
much
Mac.
Mac
I mean,
sauce
Big
flavor.
Mac
Wait,
sauce is just-
McDonald's is your favorite? You've never had a
Yeah,
Big
a
Mac?
Big Mac.
It's not my favorite, but like I'll go at like 2 in the morning
Just a
after a
good old-
show, like shamefully, and just try to
All
get
beef
something.
patties.
But not a Big Mac?
No.
Sausage, cheese, pickles, onions on
I usually get
it.
like a plain cheeseburger with
Just like
ketchup.
the sauce we always
and
make, Liz,
fries.
with the ketchup and the mayo.
Yeah,
and
the mayo I was gonna
pickles.
say, yeah.
and
I'm more into like homemade stuff.
Sauce,
Find it all
man.
together.
You just
Yeah.
ruined the special sauce.
No, they copied me.
I heard Austin singing the whole Big Mac song.
All beef patties, right? Special sauce,
You're giving McDonald's a lot of advertising.
I know.
lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions.
Yeah. Make sure you follow at McDonald's on Twitter. Let them know that we've been talking about them.
Yeah, I probably won't try
Uh,
the sriracha burger.
Guys, this is mainly for Joe and Adam. We did win the Hollywood Fantasy League, so give yourselves a
All right.
Joe. Actually,
I
give
picked all the
yourself a
movies,
big round of
so,
applause for
yeah.
Joe, who did pick a magnificent
Thanks.
lineup.
Good picking, Joe.
We destroyed everybody.
You're the man.
And they all made fun of
Um,
me as I was picking movies for our team. Because
You know, I was in your corner the whole time.
Yeah,
I-
literally every choice I picked, like they made fun of me for picking Spider-Man: Homecoming as a popular movie, and it was a popular movie. They said there was going to
Normally,
be
Joe,
Spider-Man.
you know, I
fatigue.
don't like to uplift you, and I like to shit on you, but you did a great job drafting
Yeah.
those movies. So we did win, and then the next draft for the upcoming season is Monday on Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks on Monday night on strangelabel.com. So make sure you tune in, strangelabel.com Monday night, as we will draft for Analog Heart. You guys don't know what we do. It's actually, there's another show on the network. It's Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks is the show name, WFOD, and they have a Hollywood Fantasy League where they take 4 teams and you draft 4 films for every season. and like how much money they make versus how well they're critically received is how you get your points. So much like maybe like fantasy football or fantasy baseball or some shit like that, we draft movies.
Nice.
So
When with the
Then
sleeper,
do people like vote to see how do you win that?
no, it's just
So-
like the critics, like whatever they get on
Oh.
Metacritic versus how much money they make,
Oh, I
and then you
see.
get a amount of points. So,
Oh, okay. Nice.
you know, we went with some sleepers like Dunkirk and War for the Planet of the Apes, and everyone else went with like Cars 3 and the Baywatch
Yeah.
movie. And surprisingly, those didn't make a lot of money or have good critical response. So,
What was the
Joe,
final
I
score
want-
on Dunkirk, or is that even in yet?
the final score won't be
until after the weekend.
created until Sunday, but it just with the amount of money that it made versus the Metacritic, it was. I went to see the Dunkirk last Saturday night, and that's an interesting movie. Did any of you guys see Dunkirk?
No.
Nope.
I don't even know it's playing right now.
Nope.
I think I saw
Yeah,
like
that's
the
what-
new Alien movie, but that was about it.
The
Wow.
new
That was
Alien
like
movie
3
was
months ago.
pretty good.
that's about
Yeah.
it.
Wait, of
Liz-
all of the blockbuster movies
Oh,
this
just 'cause
season,
I-
you're like, I'm gonna go see Alien.
That's because I was on vacation and we were like near like a movie theater and like they had all these crappy movies, but then the Alien one was there, so I was like,
Are you like a big
"Hey."
Alien fan in general? Like,
All right.
No, but I've been like for some reason I was like craving the Alien movie.
All right. Ridley Scott.
Just really random. So
Back.
yeah.
Liz really has her finger on the pulse of
Pop culture.
entertainment. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, Dunkirk was a really tense movie, but almost nothing happens the entire movie. You're just like waiting for something to happen,
Oh, spoiler alert.
and nothing happens.
oh, I mean, we talked about what it was about. It's about people who get evacuated from a beach slowly over 3 weeks. I mean, what did you expect? Like a lot
That
of
is-
action in that?
That it is. The movie is 3 weeks of waiting to get off a beach.
It's kind of like Lost.
That's it. It is kind of like Lost. It's like, well, are we going to get off? Are we going to get off? Oh my God, we might die. Are we going to get off? Okay, we got off.
Oh, just ruined it.
Yeah.
It's definitely Lost.
But I mean, it has Harry Styles. That's why everybody went to go see it. Could
See?
you
Tom
tell?
Hardy's half face.
You see what?
Tom Hardy's half face.
What do you mean it's half face?
Because he wore a mask the entire time, just like in the Batman movie.
Was he Bane?
He was Bane.
I just got into an internet fight about how bad Dark Knight Rises is to finish that trilogy.
Get these guys off the beach.
Bane is the worst. He's the worst villain ever.
Bane is?
You think he's the worst villain ever?
Well, he's like Mr. Freeze bad.
Yeah.
You mean
He's
Come on
not
now.
that bad. I mean,
I don't know. He's a pretty bad follow-up to the Joker.
is it just because he has a voice box?
No, he's just like. I just found that movie really disappointing after.
Was it because
Dark Knight.
it was like a
Heath Ledger just
financial
killed
crisis
that
of a
role.
movie? Like
It's
the
just,
stock market got crashed?
Who could
and
follow up on the role of the Joker, though? I mean,
I don't know why it wasn't good. It
He
just
did
wasn't
that
good.
so well.
what about Harvey Dent?
Yeah.
He was.
I mean,
better-
that was in the same movie as the Joker.
Yeah, but he followed the Joker because the Joker got captured before they stopped Harvey.
But they
Dent.
went back to the Joker. It's like there was the Two-Face, and then they went back to the Joker, and then
they captured the
Two-Face.
Joker, and then they finished up with Two-Face. So technically, he followed the Joker. So semantics.
What is wrong with you? What?
I'm just trying to say he followed the Joker.
I didn't really. I liked Tom Hardy as Bane in the third. I mean, yes, I do feel as though it was probably the weaker of the three films for sure.
What about Scarecrow? Was he the best of the Batman villains?
No, I mean,
I don't think Scarecrow's the
Dave
main
were here,
villain
it would-
there.
Well, he wasn't the first one. Like if you're judging the whole trilogy, I mean.
I think whatever.
Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, that guy. I think
wasn't
he's
the guy who played Scarecrow in Dunkirk?
He
was.
probably he's in all Chris Nolan's movies. He was in Inception
think-
too.
He's also in
I
28
think he's
Days
actually
Later, which is
Christopher
so good.
Nolan.
You've never
it's
seen
gonna
what
come out
Christopher
one
Nolan
day.
come
He
looks
is a
like?
great actor.
Cillian Murphy, he auditioned to be Batman, and then Chris Nolan was just like, "You're good, but you're not Batman good." So then he gave him Scarecrow.
Cool.
You're not leading role good, but I will.
Well, I mean, you've seen him. He's got sort of like a weird Scarecrow face. Like he's not.
He was a support character in every single one of my movies.
Yeah.
He would have to put on a lot of weight for Batman.
Well, yeah. Like didn't what's his name? Christopher Robin. That's not his name.
Yes, Christopher Robin.
Christopher
Yes,
Robin.
Christian
Winnie
Bale.
the
Christian
Pooh's
Bale,
friend.
thank you. I mean, he was doing the
Christopher
machinist first, and he was like super thin, and then he put on all that weight and musculature like immediately to play Batman. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Machinist,
see, in
Christopher
the
Nolan's other
fourth
film.
Batman
Yeah.
movie with Christopher Robin, he fights Winnie the Pooh. So
I mean, they're allies. Clearly, he would be fighting Eeyore.
They were battling for honey.
And Tigger
yeah,
plays the Joker.
what is that guy's name? That's in what did you say his name was? That's in every.
Cillian Murphy. I don't know why I
That's his
remember
name's-
that one and not Christian
Right.
Bale, but
Did one of you guys say he was a good actor?
Yeah, I
Austin
like him.
did. Yeah, we'll
Austin
single
did.
Austin out.
Isn't he always just cowering? Like in
Oh, it was
every
in
movie,
28
he's
Days
just
Later.
like.
That was a good movie.
Well, they tricked him into having an original idea in Inception, so he wasn't cowering there.
What's that BBC show he's in that's on Netflix now about the Irish brothers that...
Oh, Sherlock?
No, it's a different one. I don't know. I can't remember it.
Orange is the New Black.
No.
Glow.
Oh, Peaky Blind.
The Peaky Blinders.
Game
that's
of
it.
Thrones.
Yeah, he's great in that.
We'll just keep David shows until it's fair.
Peaky Blinders. Yeah, you guys got to watch that. It's on Netflix.
It would have taken me a while to get to that one.
Yeah.
Great if you showed up in 13
BBC.
Reasons Why. All right, Analog Heart. You guys have been busy since you were last here with us. One of the more notable things that I've seen you guys do is you guys opened up for Bon Jovi,
Yeah, Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
which had to have been kind of a pretty surreal, pretty awesome
Oh, man.
opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's like the
How,
best
how did
show.
that come about? Like, how did did Bon Jovi just call you up and say, "Hey,
I wish.
Called Liz up.
Yeah. There you go,
really big
buddy.
fan."
Liz. Bon Jovi.
He has he was doing this thing called the opening act contest. So he, all these bands are submitting to open for Bon Jovi in the different states that he was playing, and so we just submitted and kind of forgot about it. And then we just got an email, I think like 2 weeks before the show or something.
Yeah, like 2.5 weeks.
They were like, "You're in," we chose you guys, and it was amazing, And a lot of times when you do these competitions, you have to like get all these votes or something stupid like that. But this was just like they saw our video and they liked us and they
Yep.
chose us, and
We
that
got
was
Bon Jovi's vote.
awesome. Yeah,
That's all that mattered.
yeah. So I think it was the best show of my life so far.
Oh, man, it was surreal. Yeah, walking up on that stage when they put the house lights down, and then we're just walking up there with everybody waiting for us to play. It was surreal. I tried not to be nervous, but I just didn't really look at the crowd. So
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of local bands like kind of get an opportunity to open for bands at like a club setting, right? Like
yeah, right.
and it's
the House of
cool
Blues.
because they stack up like a few bands prior, so it might be like the local bands, and then they actually get to the main bill. So it's like, all right, well, there's 2 local bands, and then there's like 3 supporting acts, and then like whatever the headliner is. And so when the local bands go up, it's really early on, and there's not many people there. And I think I saw like a video that you guys posted up on your Facebook page, and it was there. I mean, there was a shitload of people there.
Yeah,
Right
we,
off the
we
bat.
thought that we had the same idea as you. We're like, oh, maybe no one will be there, or no one's going to care, or this or that. But yeah, I think the
Sold
arena
out.
was almost full by the time we got on
Yeah.
stage, and people were very, loving and responsive, and
yeah.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
was,
they
it
were
was just
rooting
the
for
2
us.
bands, it was just us and Bon Jovi.
Yeah,
so-
we were the only opening act.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
What
Which
time
is-
did you guys
yeah.
go on?
Like
right.
7:50.
7:30?
And he went on right after,
7:30.
so yeah, the arena was full. And after we played, I went to the merch table, and I had these bodyguards, and we were getting mobbed at the merch table. It was like insane.
Yeah.
So
And I
you
did-
guys
guys,
got a really good rock star treatment.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, we got like
All
our
day.
15 minutes of fame.
Did you guys think about only playing Bon Jovi songs so that it'd be ruined when
yeah.
he came out? You'd be like, oh, these have already been played tonight.
Play their greatest hits.
Play his closing act.
Did they actually talk to you and say, hey, like, don't cover a Bon Jovi song?
I don't think so. They should have covered
I
that.
can't remember if that was in the rules and regulations or not.
They probably thought that was like, you'd be smart enough to just
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Like his new single, that would have been hilarious.
I do remember they said that we weren't allowed to ask for autographs, but that's all I remember.
But could you
Oh,
ask
really?
for pictures?
They actually did the promo picture, so we got like a
nice.
professional
Yep.
photo.
Yep.
They talked, Bon Jovi talked to us for a little bit and everything.
Yeah, we talked to the guitarist Phil X for a while.
Yeah,
He
Phil
he
X was
really
actually just
cool.
wandering the halls, and I was so embarrassed because he walks by me and he's like, "Hey, what's a good job up there for after sound check?" I'm like, "Oh, who are you?"
He's a crazy man. I love his videos on YouTube.
He's a great
Yeah.
guitarist.
He's just like a quirky, kind of just like regular
Such
guy,
a down to
you know?
earth guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd never know he was like this super famous guitar
Yeah, just like
player.
walking the halls. So I didn't. He looked like someone famous, but I was nervous and I didn't know if he was like a crew guy. And,
Right.
Yeah, but he was really
I'm
cool.
pretty sure he was like, I don't know if it was a contest, but he's like was recently introduced to Bon Jovi. Like
Yep,
he
for
joined
this
the band.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
is
how
Richie
is it,
Sambora
like-
the other guitarist? Is he still
He
there?
was, yeah. No, he left a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
is it intimidating because obviously you guys are comfortable being on like club stages and stages locally here to Massachusetts, playing festivals. When you get on a stage, like a big arena stage, obviously that's a much different feel. It's huge. You have to, all of a sudden, it's a different vibe because you
yeah.
have to be as big as the space that you're performing on.
Yeah, and there's only 4 of us. So trying to
So-
fill up this big stage was...
Yeah,
daunting.
I actually was surprised to how comfortable I felt because we're an arena style band, and I feel like we do have this big presence, and oftentimes I feel like we're too loud for the clubs that we play. But playing on that stage, I was like, wow, this like feels awesomely natural.
You want to do it more now?
Oh, yeah.
Sure. So yeah, that was surprising.
Awesome. You guys are here promoting a new single that you guys are releasing, which is called "Not Good Enough." And you played this song. I think was this the first song? Was this the opening song that you guys?
I think we opened with "Come Alive," but we
Okay.
did play "Not Good Enough."
Was it second?
Yeah, it might have been second or third. I think maybe.
I think you guys can find the entire set. It is up on your, I think, on your Facebook page, unless you guys took it down since then.
Yep.
It's on
No.
YouTube, I
And
think.
YouTube.
Yeah, we have YouTube. We
YouTube.
have like a Facebook Live where it's like you're kind of on the stage with the band, and then Bon Jovi's crew gave us, the front sort of video, which was really nice of them.
Yeah, with the soundboard
So-
recording.
Yeah.
So when you meet Bon Jovi backstage, and you finally get to have a conversation with him, I feel like I would just like completely, like, just be a total dweeb. Just be like, I'm a huge fan. Thanks for your music. Like, and just embarrass myself. Well, what's the conversation like when you meet him?
Well, it's funny. He kind of, I guess, started it, and he looked at Eric, who is our drummer, and he goes, you're the drummer. We were like, oh, yeah. We're like, and then he looks at Liz, and he's like, okay, you're the singer. And then he looks at Jesse and I, and he's like, And he kind of took like a second to decide. And he looks at Jesse, and he's like, all right, you're the guitarist. And we were like, yeah, you got it. And then obviously by default, I was the bass player. But
Yeah.
like,
And he's
So he-
just
he
like,
kinda
oh,
broke-
you're the groupie?
he kind of broke the
No
ice.
bass
Yeah,
player?
he's like, oh, you're that other guy, right?
Yeah.
But he broke the ice, kind of by doing that. So it was kind of cool of him. And he was such a down to earth guy.
Yeah. Just like talking to a normal person.
Yeah,
I think.
so nice.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if that's what Bon Jovi does? Like every time he walks into a restaurant, he's like, "You're the waitress."
You're the hostess.
You're Bon.
Goes back into the cook.
And if he
kitchen.
gets-
You're the sous
cook.
chef.
You should have been like, wait, you're the singer, right?
Where am I?
Wait, you're Bon Jovi, right?
Are you Bon or Jovi?
And if he gets
So
it wrong, it just like ruins his night. He's like, oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh, no.
One of the interesting things was the stage was like the audience was all the way around it, so you'd have to perform like to the front, and then you'd have to perform to the back.
Yeah, we've had
Which is
people sitting
something new.
behind us, which was
Yeah.
interesting, yeah.
So you would turn to the back, and people would be like, "Woo!" all of a sudden.
Make sure to give everyone a moment.
Yeah.
Just connect with everyone.
It was awesome.
How'd you guys, did you guys decide like on outfits you're going to wear that night? Something really cool looking?
I think maybe the guys tried to like coordinate a little bit.
I wore this.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they're wearing their outfits tonight. Yeah, I think it's just simple t-shirts and jeans.
Yeah, we
looking
went with
cool.
like a black and red kind of feel.
Yeah.
Black and maroon, maybe?
Bon Jovi's like, I hope you didn't wear leather pants. That's my outfit.
I would be I think I would upset Mike more if I didn't ask you guys, especially when you're playing such a huge show. And this, I guess, primarily would go for the guys here. What did you do with your wallets while you were performing?
That's a good
Can't
question.
remember.
I think we had to bring everything with us.
I probably left mine in the car because we got fed all day. We didn't even need food. I would buy
I
anything.
don't even know. I think I left mine backstage with one of the crew.
Just a random
this.
person.
Hey, you.
I'll
Hold
come
this.
back.
I
at some
really
point
trust.
for
We
this.
were with them all day, and I trusted them, and they were like, there for us. And
And they stole your identity.
yeah, no, they're actually really awesome. A lot of my great friends actually work for the road crew, but they weren't on that night. But yeah, I
John
felt
Bon
really
Jovi's been
comfortable.
using your credit cards at local pizza shop.
He's not going to get very far.
He uses it to sign up for World of Warcraft.
But I guess Bon Jovi got bronchitis like the following week and had to cancel the show. And I don't.
And
Yeah.
you did too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got sick too the following week. But thank God it didn't
Oh
happen.
shit!
Yeah.
We didn't cancel our show.
You
though.
probably should
followed
have said
through
that on
it.
the radio. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sue you for lost concerts.
You said you ate all day. Did the kale come pre-massaged?
Did they feed you at McDonald's? Hope
It was
so.
on their rider.
Did you guys ever
So
No,
What?
not
ride?
that
No
big.
rider.
Bon Jovi tours with his chiropractor though.
Yep.
He, like,
Brown M&Ms only.
Yeah. What would be on the rider if you guys had one?
I would have a massage therapist and a chiropractor come on the road with me
Wow.
if I was
Just
like
like
really
getting
famous.
a pre-show massage.
Yeah, I have a lot of like back pain and stuff from singing and neck pain, so that would be amazing if I could just
Liz
have
Bills is a piece of kale.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
She just wants to be massaged in olive oil.
I know. Yeah, I do. I
Extra
think that's what I
virgin.
would require. What would you guys have?
Probably chocolate for me.
Yes, I still
Any
want
kind.
gummy bears. I still.
You.
Do you really eat a lot of gummy bears?
Yeah, I mean, Parabos.
It's
gummy
funny. Our
bears.
last drummer
Do you
like
buy
loves
those like
candy too.
5-pound backs from Amazon when they're on
Horrible.
sale?
It's terrible.
Aren't those the ones that like give people like crazy diarrhea?
Colon cancer.
I don't think I've ever gotten crazy diarrhea. From it.
The sugar-free ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's
Your body builds up an immunity to them, I think.
Yeah, after a while. Yeah. I remember reading like a bunch of those reviews, just people having explosive diarrhea. Is it have you had the sugar-free ones?
You don't eat too many of those. That's all I'm
Is that
saying.
real?
I've heard about it actually. Has anyone had any?
Yeah.
I don't eat gummy
Did
bears.
you have
All
diarrhea?
right, next week on
You
the
did?
show.
That's, yeah.
this.
It doesn't take that many.
it was
usually,
bad,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But it even said on the package, didn't it? It said
think
something
so, yeah.
about
Warning, diarrhea.
well,
That's their advertising.
I
Diarrhea
feel like I do on
bears.
cavities or diarrhea. I don't know.
They're called diarrhea bears. I didn't think anything of it.
Diarrhea bears. All right. Well, what better time than to have Analog Harp perform a song for us, right? This song is actually called Diarrhea Bears.
It's the name of our next hit tune. Get ready.
Can you please write a song called Diarrhea Bears?
I never. It's like I never realized before, but everything that I do, I have explosive diarrhea all over you. All right, so
It's gonna be a
we're gonna-
hit. What are you guys gonna play for us?
well, that was a song. It's called "For Me This Time." It's like one of our newest ones. Great, now I'm gonna like laugh. Okay, try to be serious now. I never realized before, but Alright. Okay, I'm gonna be serious.
Well, just to get you in the mood for this song, in the chat room, Michelle says chocolate-covered gummy bears.
Ooh.
Uncle Hall says sounds like diabetes in a pinch.
Nice.
And yeah,
I'm
so
not compromising with Eric. There will be no chocolate-covered gummy bears. Sorry, Michelle.
That's on the rider.
And Ultimate Anchor posted diarrhea bear, a picture of a diarrhea bear. So the chat room is really engaged. They really ignore us most of the time, but if we talk about diarrhea, they are all
I
in.
gotta see the picture.
I really want to see that picture.
I can't listen to the beginning of this song.
All right. So yeah, the song's called For Me This Time. I never realized before, but everything that I do is carefully calculated just for you. I shied away from bangs and I have taken off all of my favorite rings, specifically 'cause I know that you're not into those things. I can't remember what I like. You got to me throughout my life. These thoughts I'm thinking, baby, aren't even mine. This torch, it burns for me this time. It ain't easy to reclaim what you never had. Oh, but I'm discovering the journey isn't so bad. Yeah, maybe I do have good ideas, and maybe you are the one that is wrong. I never believed that my opinion belonged. Your opinion belongs. I can't remember what I like. You got to me throughout my life. These thoughts I'm thinking, baby, aren't even mine. This torch, it burns for me this time. This torch, it burns for me this time. Yeah.
Very nice. One of my favorite things about you guys, and I'm a big fan. I really am of your music. Is that you don't really seem to confine yourselves to a specific genre. Like when you listen to your music, you're like, yeah, that's definitely Analog Heart. That is who they are. They have a unique enough sound where it's like that's you guys. But you definitely push it into like, all right, this is a little bit of a classic rock feel. This is a little bit heavier, a little bit more hard rock. This has kind of got a southern rock vibe to it. Like you're not afraid. You don't stick to just the confines of one specific genre.
Seriously.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. I think we tried to do that for a long time, but you got to use your mic.
You gotta use your mic.
We tried to do that for a long time, and then try to be musicians that we're not, I guess. And I try to dress a certain way, and I think we tried like a Lady Gaga face, and like.
Do you have a meat dress?
No. Well, like I dressed just like very boring. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, after like a bunch of years trying everything out, we're just like, fuck it. We're just gonna do what we want to do and just be who we are.
Which is what that song's about.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's for me this
Do you
time.
feel? Because I think this is what, like 3 years now, 3 years of us knowing who you are about the band. Do you feel like you've this is probably the most comfortable Analog Heart is or has been.
Yeah, I think I'm the most comfortable, like, in my life in general, and like being me, and like finding out who I am as a person and who I am as a musician and what I want to do. So I think that's part of it. Yeah, and I think just 7 years being with Jesse, we've kind of like figured out. I don't know, like this groove.
Written a lot of songs.
Yeah.
In 3 years,
I
you'll
will
be an EDM group.
Like the first
natural
time
evolution.
that I found you guys online, and I think you guys compared yourselves, and I even did remember hearing a similar sound to kind of like Paramore. Like you guys define yourselves as like, oh, for fans of like Paramore. But now when I'm hearing your music and hearing everything now, I wouldn't even put you guys in that same.
Yeah, I think I grew up a little bit too, and now I just don't like Paramore. Sorry, guys. Sorry for people who like it. I mean, I love her voice. I think vocally we're similar a little bit, but otherwise, yeah, I think we're just trying to go, do what we want to do and not try to copy anyone or anything like that anymore, and just, really express ourselves artistically the way we want to.
So you guys have the the single that you're releasing. Is this leading up to an album? Are you guys putting an album together, or what's happening there?
I think, it's pretty confusing. So we were supposed to release an EP in September, but now one of the tracks fell through, so we have to start over with that track. So I don't think we'll have a release for that until late winter, but I'm thinking we might release 2 tracks on vinyl that were recorded analog in the fall.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
How does
that
a
would be
track
cool.
fall through? What does that mean?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same thing.
Yeah, we recorded it, and then we just weren't happy with it, so we have to start over.
The recording literally just fell through the cracks.
Yeah. It just
And they
wasn't
can't get at it,
good
so now
enough,
they have to
yeah.
record again.
Yeah, it just wasn't. We recorded at a
Yeah.
studio, and it just wasn't. I don't know.
So putting the 2
Standard.
songs on
Yeah.
on vinyl.
Was that like a
That
choice?
takes that's a
Yeah.
process, right? That takes a while
Yeah.
to.
It wasn't a choice; we were forced.
you're just like, I really need to do these on vinyl. I don't know why.
Well,
it just speaks to me.
We
No, 'cause they
recorded
were
on
recorded
analog tape.
analog, so we're
Yeah.
just trying to keep it on an analog medium.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Not digital whatsoever.
Yeah, so we ended up just with 1 track that
And we had
we're
an
keeping on analog.
We had an opportunity also to do it on vinyl and not pay.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Record
Oh,
on
cool.
an analog
Because
card.
Yeah.
it takes a while, right? To once you actually commit and put it on vinyl, they have the test pressings, and to do the whole thing, it takes quite a bit of time, doesn't it?
Hope not.
I think they just hit play on one and
Yeah.
record on the other, and then the vinyl comes out at the end.
Are you guys big vinyl fans?
Yeah.
I'm not personally. My boyfriend is like a huge vinyl fan, so I have like stacks and stacks all over my house.
People get crazy with the vinyl.
I think
like
it's
they
like really popular right now, and
it's kind of crazy how it is. Like it's this huge movement,
yeah.
and people are always saying like, oh, you gotta listen to it on vinyl, the crackles and the pops, man.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
My favorite are the people that like they don't
like Rice
have
Krispies.
a like a record player, but they buy that like suitcase one that's at Target that's got the really shitty
that's what I
speaker on
got.
it. Yeah, but then they're just like, oh yeah, vinyl. That's
Yeah.
the speaker makes it sound so warm and
Oh,
comfy,
yeah.
but it's like this terrible speaker, isn't it?
It's all right. It's crackly and shitty. you know? Yeah, I went to like
Is that what
American
they-
Eagle. I went to
is that what they
American.
want? Do they want it to sound crinkly and shitty?
No, not really. I mean, like, because I grew up listening to vinyl because that's what my parents had, and like we listened
Yeah.
to it on like their pretty good receiver, like through good speakers, and it sounds badass. Like, yeah, like vinyl does sound when things are like recorded analog and then mixed well and then end up all the way through that way. Definitely, it sounds. I can hear the difference. I mean, it's not
my
like I'm trying to be a
parents-
nerd about it, but like it does. But I don't care. I don't own any vinyl myself, so.
my parents had a record player when I was a kid, and I used to put my race cars on them. I'd turn it on, and they'd drive around. So
Nice.
Do you think maybe it's like because when they recorded in vinyl and analog, it was like a more natural performance? Now everything's like so enhanced by
No,
computers.
it's basically the same thing as like why a tube amp sounds better than like a solid state amp. It's because like all that fuzz in the sound is like filling in gaps like that you don't want to hear clearly. You want to hear that fuzz and like.
Can't you like artificially add that with a computer though?
I mean, you can do anything artificially. Like you can have artificial flavoring. Is it as good as natural flavoring?
I mean, the trend is like to overcompress everything, so it's all the same volume. But like,
I'll tell you this: like, listen to "Paranoid" by Black Sabbath, that album on vinyl through a sick ass '70s receiver, and like, tell me that doesn't like that's what my parents showed me when I was like 8, and I was like, all right, my life has changed.
Who was that again? I haven't heard of them. I'm just kidding.
I've been thinking about it. I've been toying around with the idea of picking up a record player and then picking up some albums and
You should.
listening to it. But I feel like I would just get sucked in, and then I'd just be wasting tons of money on vinyl. The vinyl records are not cheap.
No.
Well, I mean, not everything new is out on vinyl either, so the selection's limited in terms of new stuff. If you want like old stuff, you're just going to what.
Actually, that's not true. A lot of new
right?
stuff gets released on vinyl.
Yeah, it's like
A lot of new stuff.
big thing right now. Like I went to American Eagle the other day, and they had these like fancy record players in American Eagle, all like decked out and everything for the kids to buy.
In a
It's like-
clothing store?
Yeah. Oh no, I think it's American Apparel. Yeah. So it's like really
And
hip to have one.
I'm a
Didn't
sucker
American
too.
Apparel
Like
have,
I could just get sucked in.
the porn in their catalogs.
Do they? Maybe, I don't know.
I remember hearing they had like a butthole in one of their catalogs.
Oh.
How did that
Fashion.
how did that slip through?
It was intentional.
They just had somebody bent over and spreading.
It was no, she was riding a bicycle with a skirt on.
And her butthole was showing.
It's a weird way to ride a bike.
Yeah. I feel like the
the
rest of her
camera
butt
angle.
would have had to show, and then they'd be like, "Oh,
Like, what is
here's a
that
butt
little
in this photo."
dot there?
Sounds unsafe.
Yeah.
Hope it wasn't a rental.
Buy our new line of thongs that barely cover your butthole.
Sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah, their clothing is like pretty skimpy. Yeah.
Do they
Is the
still make
cassette
what?
tape ever going to come back?
It's actually come. I mean, I don't like the fad, but that's come back as well. Like all the hipsters are releasing on
With the
tapes
Walkman,
and
right?
stuff.
The Sony Walkman, so that you can walk around with your cassette tape.
Yeah, but yeah, like
Yeah.
a lot of the indie bands and the hipster bands are all releasing on tapes, which I mean, I think vinyl's way cooler, but
Is
I don't know
anybody
if we
like
do.
releasing it on CD like it used to be?
oh, we are.
You gotta go back to the wax cylinder.
Yeah.
What about on mini disc? Is that going to make it?
Yeah,
come back?
mini discs. That's what needs to
8-track.
come back.
Yeah.
Get a player piano reel that
Yeah.
like put in your player piano and it plays your song.
Give it to saloons.
No, like a lot of my students, I give them CDs. They're like, "Oh, I don't have a CD player. Like, I can't play this." So it's-
I
That's
yeah,
okay. There's a
I
QR
really
code on the front. You can download
yeah.
it.
I don't have access to a CD player either outside of my car, and
Yeah, me too.
I don't even use that often. I listen to everything on like Spotify
Yeah,
or
me
Google
too.
Play or
Yeah, I
whatever
just
that
got a new
is.
car, and I was like, I was most excited for the CD player because my other car didn't have one. But yeah,
So were you
really
using
Did you have to go out of your
cassette
way and be like, "Can I please have a CD?"
Yeah, but I still don't use it.
To your dashboard.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it came with a big touchscreen. And you're like, "Take it out. Put in a CD player."
I know. Yeah. Not that rich.
I feel like all new cars go with the touchscreen now. Like
Oh,
if
I
you just see
know.
it, yeah, and they're
Yeah, I didn't
humongous.
get that. Yeah, the Wi-Fi or the Bluetooth and everything.
Yeah.
So I came across an article recently that I thought was kind of funny and interesting. It said the headline was like 5 reasons why nu metal was awesome. And I was like, oh, that's weird, because I nu metal as a genre is pretty much like mocked and made fun of, right? Like there's in the nu metal genre, is there anything that was really that anybody proudly says they enjoyed? Does anybody proudly walk around being like, man, I was a huge Limp Bizkit fan?
Oh yeah, you got a
Or-
point.
Well, I
I
don't know
was a
that
huge
anybody's
Korn fan.
proudly saying that, but I'm sure they were like 15 years ago when they were popular.
Were they though?
Well, I mean, you guys didn't watch like TRL, like when it was on?
I did.
Limp
They were
Bizkit was
popular
on
for
there.
sure,
Yeah.
No, not really.
Everyone was so angry. They're always breaking stuff.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
I liked Limp Bizkit in, I think, 1997.
I like that was like Evanescence period too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but
I
they
like
were
them.
clearly better. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're their
First
best band.
album, I was like, yeah, Sour's cool.
I still like Disturbed. I think they've transcended their new metal
Oh yeah, I
beginnings.
used to like them.
Yeah, Disturbed is really good. They're very talented.
Didn't the lead
Uh,
singer from Limp Bizkit just commit suicide?
That was
No.
Linkin
What was
Park.
That was
Oh,
Linkin
Park.
Park.
Sorry. Well,
Fred
same
Durst is
thing,
safe, though.
Just
Don't worry.
kidding.
Well, no. If my theory rings true,
You're like, why couldn't it be Limp Bizkit?
Yeah.
Oh man.
if Fred Durst does a tribute to Linkin Park, he will die.
Oh God.
Well,
That's what
everybody
will
did a
happen.
tribute to what's his name? The first guy.
Soundgarden?
Soundgarden
Chris
guy.
Cornell?
Chris Cornell,
Chris
yeah.
Cornell, yeah. We were gonna do one, but then we were just lazy or something. I don't know.
It just started to feel played out all
Yeah.
of a sudden.
Yeah,
was
and
like,
that night, and like, it got 2 other songs got played, and the one that we were gonna play. So we
Oh yeah,
you know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's
It's
just
like
like-
whatever.
What song were you gonna do?
let's not do that.
Was it
Say
on
hello
the
to
same
he-
song, right?
Say hello to heaven.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you guys were gonna do that. Temple
Yeah,
of the
Temple
Dog.
of the Dog.
Yeah. So
Which
would have been cool.
Linkin Park song were you going to cover in memoriam?
No.
I don't know any.
You guys don't know any? You didn't even learn one? You're not going to
You
like
didn't
start
even
screaming that
learn
you're
one?
like numb?
No.
No.
It'd be great if they did one of the Jay-Z like
Yeah, numb
mashups.
encore.
Oh yeah.
Anybody?
But
a
yeah, so
prolific
I thought
rapper
this
in
was
here?
kind of funny, like because it seems like every genre really like it gets popular and everybody's a fan of it, and then the next thing comes in and whatever was popular gets destroyed, and everybody's like that's really terrible and really awful,
Yeah.
and then there's like 10 years later, or 15 years later, then people are starting to look back and be like, you know what,
Back. Yeah.
it actually was pretty respectable. So I thought that was kind of interesting, and I was wondering if there's any of those bands, any of those new metal bands that you guys look back on, and you were like, wow, you know what, some of that did kind of influence me, or like I was really kind of inspired by this, you know.
I love
any of
Static
the-
X. Static
Yeah,
X.
I mean, I definitely listened to Korn way back in that
Yeah,
first
me too.
album.
And the Deftones,
days,
would that count?
And definitely.
The Deftones, yeah, I think they so they have a list of bands that were unique
That's a big
as
Korn
new metal
Deftones.
bands, and they say Deftones, Incubus, System of a Down, Slipknot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those
okay.
some good ones.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
I like all those bands.
None of those sound like the same genre to me. By the way, hi guys.
Hi.
Hi, Dave.
Yeah, those are very different bands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Definitely.
I do not-
I would never consider
Incubus.
Slipknot to
Incubus
be
is
anything
new
close to
metal?
Incubus.
I wouldn't say
No.
new metal,
They,
but
you would
Incubus.
never consider them
Maybe
to,
it's like the
to be the
scene
same,
or-
but
That's
but
like
new
alt
metal
metal.
was kind of like a broad.
Alt metal?
I also
Right.
wouldn't.
Well,
I,
I
also
mean-
wouldn't count most of Limp Bizkit as new metal either. They were rap rock.
Yeah, they were, rap core, like Rage Against the Machine or something.
If
So then what the
Incubus
fuck is new
alt
metal?
metal?
I honestly
What
don't
is
know.
new metal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always
think of it as,
thought
like,
new metal
screamo.
was kind of like
Mudvayne.
Like Power Man 5000.
Yeah.
That was pretty badass.
Yeah. That dude
Did
was,
you like Power? What does Power Man 5000 sound like? I actually don't think I've. I mean, I'm sure I've heard a song.
They had a song on a video game.
Yeah.
Forget which game.
They had that song.
Godsmack was pretty new metal. POD.
Oh, yeah, I really liked. I loved POD and Godsmack when I was like.
Let me
13
tell you
or something.
about Godsmack. I
I got into
despise
their first big album.
that song with the venom entering the veins.
Voodoo. Oh,
What is that, Voodoo?
I
I love
hate
that
that
one.
song.
I'm right there with you.
I hate it.
I like that song.
Love it.
Oh, I think the drums. If there was a list of drums that I hate the most, steel drums would be number 1. Bongos would be number 2. I hate.
You just hate Caribbean people?
Yes.
That's how I felt about ukulele for a long time, but now I love it.
You're a big fan of the ukulele?
But I used to hate it. I was like, ugh, every time someone would pull one out.
I got drunk and bought a ukulele once.
Yeah, I just got one for Christmas. I bought myself one.
I hope
Do
you
you have
guys
some
make
Power
a
Man
music video
5000?
that looks just like this.
It's just some organized. That's a good song.
All right, we don't need to do the whole song.
We do. Such a good song.
I think they started off as an Alice in Chains cover
They
band.
were. Isn't
Godsmack is an Alice in
Godsmack's
Chains
an excellent
song.
Alice in Chains
And they're
song.
from like the Haverhill area. They used to practice in Haverhill at least.
Yeah, they used to play at the Espresso
They're
Bar
from
in
Lawrence,
Worcester
I think.
Back when,
Okay,
we
yeah.
used to
White
play
Zombies from Haverhill, though.
Yeah, but I know like Godsmack used to practice in a practice spot down the
And
street.
Powerman 5000's from Haverhill because of
Oh,
that.
really?
Because he's Rob Zombie's brother.
Oh, yeah.
Spider.
Oh, the other day, my boyfriend was driving home, and some guy was following him the whole way, and he was like freaked out. And then the guy pulls up. He's like, "Are you Rob Zombie?" And he was like serious, like he thought my boyfriend was Rob Zombie.
Oh, no way.
He does kind of like Rob
It's like,
Zombie.
huh.
actually.
Usually he gets
He
like
doesn't
people.
have the X on his forehead.
Usually he
That's
gets
one of
like
the
people saying, "Are you Jesus?" or something. So it's funny to hear Rob Zombie.
Oh, that's my brother. I'm Greg Zombie.
Yeah.
He's a little young for Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at like new metal bands. I'll probably say I was a Drowning Pool fan. I'd always rock out to some Bodies.
Let the bodies at the floor. Let the bodies at the floor.
What about Shinedown?
Oh, I liked
Yeah,
Shinedown.
Shinedown's
Yeah, they had
good.
some good hits. Yeah. Yeah, you probably wouldn't.
Staring down the barrel.
They're
of
kind
a
of poppy.
45.
Yeah.
That guy's got a great voice.
Yeah, I love that song.
I do think that, yeah, I think he has a great voice. I think he's got a really strong, a powerful voice, which I can definitely respect. And he's got some songs that I like. Whatever he's doing now, whatever that band's doing now is really strange. I'm not a fan.
I don't even know.
It's goddamn ridiculous. You're right. Whoever said that. I think you guys should play another song.
Cool.
Well, they just
That's
lost
what
their
I'm-
drummer.
Yeah.
He went away. But he'll be back.
Oh, did he?
We think.
I think he went to the bathroom.
He walked off the show.
He was eating some
He's left.
gummy bears.
Yeah, he has the diarrhea.
So I looked down. They were the wrong brand.
I actually hope he did, so he could try the bidet, and then
You have a bidet?
yeah,
Oh my god, I'm
saw
so
that.
excited.
And the
Why do
squatty
you-
potty.
yeah. Did you give it a shot?
No,
She's like,
no.
oh, I really,
I
I'm
go one of
so
those
excited.
too.
I have to shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go take a poop
Why
before
do you
you
want
leave.
people to use your bidet so much?
Because nobody has used it before.
Did you have to get it installed?
It only takes like 5 minutes, maybe.
How much is it?
$25.
I feel like why doesn't everyone have a bidet?
Exactly. Why don't they? It's on Amazon. You can buy it. Just search for bidet. It's like the first
Yeah.
one's like $25.
It's like
Yeah,
Gotta keep
it's a
that
really
butt clean.
cheap.
Yeah.
You might want to get a better bidet than $25 one.
No, you just crank it on, and it like power washes your butt when you take a poop.
I think you're
Sometimes
underestimating.
What?
What?
Yeah, sometimes it does feel sharp, which isn't comfortable, but
But you can
It's pretty
turn
good overall.
down the intensity if it's too
I
sharp.
feel pretty
Sharp.
good.
Yeah. Most people are afraid of it because if you stand over the toilet and then you turn it on and it like shoots up against the wall because it's so
why
powerful.
would you do that?
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then like,
How would you
but
ever
when you're
do that?
sitting, it like
You-
cleans out your butt.
Like
You
brings
know
it
now
up
that
there.
Joe is just in there turning it on and off,
Yeah.
watching it hit the wall.
I don't think
Sometimes
the bidet
you
is
wanna-
something I want to share with other people.
Sometimes you just want to
But
clean
it's
the
not
wall.
like you're touching it. It's just like
Yeah,
shooting
it's
out.
in the
Just
actual
water.
toilet. It shoots up.
Kind of sounds like you're dealing with some insecurities that
Yeah.
Have you,
you know,
tried
don't-
one before?
bidets bring people
Did you
together,
use the
man.
The bidet was
Eric?
not. It was not in the toilet.
Yep.
It was separate.
Oh yeah, in
His
Italy
wife
we
is
had
German,
separate
so
I
ones.
didn't use
Yeah.
it. I was like, no.
I
He's dealt
used
with
to,
them
yeah.
before, I'm sure.
I haven't.
I didn't use it.
Okay, he has not.
I have not. Ever.
I didn't notice.
Except for
Awesome.
just now when I washed my face with it.
When he was drinking
See,
from it.
Shot
you
into
can
your
use
face.
it to
It's like a
drink
butler
or
for your
wash your
toilet.
face. Yeah,
It's a water fountain in here.
yeah.
Oh man.
All right, then we're playing a song, Eric.
Okay, good.
Get us off this bidet talk.
Diarrhea and bidet all night long.
Don't change the words to the song.
I don't know how can I incorporate bidet?
What are we doing?
They're doing Lion.
What song are you guys
Yeah.
playing?
The song is called Lion.
Lion?
Yeah,
Lion, like a
like
lie,
lying, like a
like a-
liar.
You're a liar.
Tiger. I mean,
Oh, not like the movie that came out
Kind of like
last year.
Henry
Oh, no.
Rollins. Liar.
Liar. It is actually Henry Rollins' song.
Liar, but not lion. Yeah.
This is Analog Heart. Guys, make sure you check out Analog Heart. You can go to analogheartband.com. Analog Heart Music on the Instagrams, Analog Heart Band on the Twitters. Follow them, give them a like. YouTube.com/Analog Heart Music. Go find all their videos, buy their music.
You can
Do
buy
whatever
the
you
single
can.
pre-release, and it'll be released to you tomorrow, one day early. Woo! So yeah.
And this is Analog Heart, and they're playing Lion.
I didn't think you would be at this party. If I had known, would have stayed home. I'm sorry. You look good new friend. I didn't think that I would see you again. Last drink I had might have been one too many. It's uneasy, it's a little too friendly. Then he caught my glance and asked, "Are you alright?" Something in my eyes I'm fine. Never thought about you. Know that you can tell that I'm lying, 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 lying. It's hard to admit, but he's the one that got away. Ran off with my heart. Damn, I know this sounds cliche. Bartender, pour me a shot. I thought I'd gotten over him, I guess not. Armed with liquid courage, to stumble and a stagger. He tries to introduce us, so be staring daggers. Then he caught my glance and asked, "Are you alright?" Something in my eye, I'm fine. Never thought about you. Oh, but you can tell that I'm lying, 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 lying. Funny how through blurry vision you can see clearer, clearer. It's funny how we drink to forget, but the past always drives nearer. I should probably get on with my life and out of this haze. Ooh, there is some sort of comfort holding on to these Never thought about you. Know that you can tell that I'm lying, 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 lying. I know that's just love. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh Lord,
Yeah.
There's two people who can clap in here, so sorry.
Clap for myself.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody at home's
Yeah, you guys are clapping too. Clap for yourselves.
Joe,
You're the
What?
performer and the studio audience.
why'd you do that?
Do what?
Just make us stare at your dick?
You did
Okay.
point the camera at your dick.
I moved the laptop out of my way, so I'm sorry. You can continue.
So, I gotta ask you guys. I mean, you guys are doing a lot. You're working hard. You're releasing music. You're playing shows. You're doing everything that any band that has got goals and dreams that they do. And what do you guys have? Do you guys a meeting? You guys get together. You have like a 5-year plan that you try to put together.
I'm always like the big one for the 5-year plan, but nobody else wants to do that, maybe.
Yeah, commitment sucks.
Oh,
I'd
I
agree with that.
don't mean they're not committed or anything, but like being a business person is tough when you're an artist, and we're trying to figure that out. For me, I'm just coming to a point in my life where, in the past I worry about getting old and all that crap, and I'm just at the point where I don't care about that. I just want to do my art, and that's what I want to do, and I want to do what I want to do. And I don't really have a 5-year plan, but I plan to do music full force, and I never plan to get like a 9-to-5 job or anything like that. And I just want to play my music and develop as a business person, of course, and that's where I'm at right now. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it is just about kind of whatever you're going to pursue. It's just you got to buckle down and look into everything and then just do it. Some friends of mine, they all had the 9-to-5 jobs, actually pretty successful 9-to-5 jobs, and they did. They played in a band part-time, didn't really take it that seriously, but one year they were like, you know what, fuck it, we're going to do it. And for like the past, I don't know, probably past 5 or 6 years, that's all they've done is they tour most of the year, and that's how they sustain themselves,
That's awesome.
Yeah. I think it can be a scary thing, but I think it's scarier for me to not at least give it a go.
Yeah, I mean, they've definitely had like hard times for sure. I mean, I remember early on seeing the post like, shit, our van was broken into, or we don't have enough money to get from point A to point B. Totally. And, like definitely mistakes were made. Venues were dicking them over, stuff like that. But now they're playing like big festivals and routine, really good paying gigs, and they're releasing albums every year, and they're promoting. And, I mean, are they a huge arena band? No. But they're doing it,
Yeah. I mean, most bands don't get to that level. I think it's 1% that get to the arena size. And I'm happy. I guess for me, it's like my thing is I'm happy where I am now. Of course, I always want to grow. But it would be great to, make a steady, $40,000 a year, just performing or something like that. I mean, obviously I'll take more, but
I was gonna say you're not shooting for the moon here. $40,000 a
well,
year.
of course, yeah. I think that's how much I make. That's how much I make right now. So I was just saying.
Yeah. I think there's something to be said for that, and I think it is actually attainable. And I don't think a lot of artists realize that, where it's like if you really get out there and push and promote. There's a band that I like a lot called it's Reverend Peyton and his Big Damn Band, and they're kind of like I'd say like a bluegrassy. They got an odd sound to them, but all they do is just tour nonstop playing all around the U.S. and overseas, and they release albums every year, and they just make their living doing that. And I think you kind of just catch on going to cities after city again and again and again to where people start to remember who you are, and then you get a decent fan base all over.
What did you guys do to get over like that mental hump and like the drag of not having that security and like having to worry about the hustle of, finding your next gig or worrying about getting your stuff out there?
I would say we're over it.
No, but what did you do to like get over those like
I don't know
thoughts that drag you down? Oh, you're not over it.
Yeah, I mean, they still can be there. It's still hard. I'm just saying, like, it's still. I mean, I think a lot of times we go through like, oh man, what is even our next step? Like, where to even go? How do we break out to like wherever? And like, we've made since you take a lot of steps that end up being not a step forward in the end, and they're like kind of a setback, and you're like, it kind of, I don't know. It just makes you go into things with more caution, I guess. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Learn something every time, at least.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of us, we don't have the luxury of just up and leaving our jobs or our families or whatever. So,
Yeah,
hitting the road
that's definitely the
a
case.
year is not really an option for everybody in the band at the moment. So.
No, totally understandable. I mean, it's a different. Being in a band is probably one of the most difficult things. It's like it always sounds so cool, and getting and playing music, and you find people that you can kind of click with and vibe with and perform with live, but it really just you have so many different personalities, and great, we can get together and write a really cool song, but then being with that person so much, it is like having 4 or 5 relationships, like being in really tight, committed relationships with 4 or 5 people and trying to make that work.
Yeah, I always call it like a band marriage. So, when we're auditioning people and stuff, it's almost more important their personality and how we vibe with them than even their playing. I mean, obviously that's important, but at the end of the day, it's like you don't want this crazy
the worst is when they have a great personality, but they're not a good enough player, and then you're like, oh,
I know that happens too.
Tell them now, what do I do?
Yeah.
Do you just make them rehearse more, and you're like, maybe we can squeeze some better playing out of them?
We've tried.
Yeah, we've tried that.
We've had.
It's hard.
We love you all. Anyone who's played with us in the past, by the way.
Yeah, I played with so many people.
Wait, so who are you referring to?
Who exactly is this now?
Eric, we've actually been meaning to have this talk.
You're a great player.
Name's
but we hate
goddamn.
hanging around.
You're just nuts.
I was gonna ask because you got gloves on. Like at first, I thought you just didn't want to touch anything in
He's a
here.
murderer.
But
Yeah, well,
It's gonna
That's
kill
a
us
wise
at the
move.
end.
if I was on the djembe, I wouldn't have wore the drums, but because this has a metal rim and I don't want to.
yeah, I just didn't know what they did. Like, did they give it like a different sound?
It's softer sound, but it's more to protect my hands.
It's for the style.
Oh,
Cool.
so it's like they kind of look like driving gloves. So
Yeah, actually, drumming gloves.
yeah,
He's a massage therapist.
they're
so
special.
He needs soft hands.
yeah.
Massages
Making
kale.
Yeah,
Kale.
the gloves have already.
He's a McDonald's
They're
massage
pre-olive oiled.
Is there someone in the band now that's the hardest to get along with?
It's definitely me.
Yeah.
Do you leave like socks everywhere and?
No, I'm just
He's probably like the loudest one.
I'm
Yeah.
just a big obnoxious person that bothers most people. So.
We love you though. You fit right in. with
But we
us.
practice at his
thanks.
house, so we don't want to piss him off.
Right. They're just using me for my equipment.
I know that.
What
feeling.
what would you say makes you so obnoxious?
I'm very loud sometimes, often. Yeah.
I think some people just read you wrong sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
They
excited. I'm
think
very
you're like being a
excitable.
jerk, but you're like not.
I'm just excited. I'm just happy to be alive.
I'm gonna make sure everyone knows it. God damn it.
Yes,
right.
But yeah, I think that's changed through the years. This band has like helped us grow as people too. And I've noticed, Jesse through the years figuring out how to talk to people, like more professionally, and
Oh.
you've definitely grown a lot.
So you're saying he was a mess when you first met him, and you
I think like
shaped
in the
him
beginning,
into a
like there was
person?
more people like saying, "Well, you're an asshole," I don't hear that as much anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely toned down. It sounds like 3 or 4 times a week now.
No, doesn't happen as often as it used to. It's been 7 years, so
He used to leave flaming poo bags on their doorsteps.
Yeah.
I've actually had someone like smear poo on my door before.
No way.
Those are just gummy bears.
It was a super fan.
And pooped in my shower, and then I stepped in it the next day.
What?
At least it was a drain.
Yeah, I know.
Close it up.
Wait,
They're like, stop
Who
singing
pooped in your
already."
shower?
Were they angry?
So
or
I,
something?
using
well, I
the
used to
toilet.
have these parties, and I
Guess
made the
I'll use
mistake
the
of
shower.
inviting all these punk rockers over, and and then like I was going to bed like really drunk. And this one guy was like singing me a lullaby, but he had all these piercings all over his face. And then the next day, I go in the shower and I stepped in the poo, and I was like, it was that guy that was singing me the lullaby.
Wait, how do you know it was him? Did you do
I
forensics?
just knew it was him. I don't know. He was like, I think he's done it before or something.
He had that. I just pooped. in the
That's
guy's
his
face.
thing.
Yeah.
He's a
He,
serial
You know-
killer.
goes
It's just calling
to
I don't know.
parties, sings lullabies, and then
Punk
shits.
rockers are just too much.
In
Like I
shower.
went to
In
a
the
party
tub.
with punk rockers, and there was like a glass fight, and everyone was throwing glass, and then there was like
Whoa.
they threw like a stink bomb into the bathroom, and my friend was peeing.
I
It
feel
was just like-
I feel like they're hanging out with our friend Paul McLarney or Paul whatever his name is that makes the ungovernable films that we've had on our show. He always talked about shitting his pants all the time.
Yeah.
I felt like
Not
he
my
shit his
friend.
pants like at least 3 times a week.
On purpose.
That's what he said. Yeah, he did say like he was always shit. He said there it's not a good day unless he shits his pants.
A shart, I guess.
Yeah, and his wife was always like, "Oh yeah, I'm always cleaning up his shit." I'm like, "What? What is this life?"
I guess it's
Poor
like
guy.
poop fetish
Actually,
or
that's a
something.
sweet life. If that's what your wife
Yeah,
does
his
for
wife
you.
was like okay with it. She married into it.
I think I've made it through life without ever stepping in human shit. Some dog shit sometimes, but
I had
You haven't
human
stepped
shit
into
thrown
your own
at me
poop?
before.
Whoa.
You haven't, like,
by an
pooped in the
adult
shower?
or
Yeah, I when I was working on a horse farm, we were cleaning the stalls, the horse stalls, and somebody had used one of the stalls to take a shit in, and my buddy found it and he scooped it up and flung it at me, like
Oh.
right at my face.
So
It hit
mad.
the wall.
What a buddy.
I know.
Are you sure it wasn't his?
Yeah, it gets really boring down in Kentucky. So
It was probably his.
It might have been. I think we decided that it was one of the Finnish interns.
I mean, there's
So.
already a bunch of,
Of course he's
shit all
gonna
over
say
the
that.
ground. What's a little bit more? It's not a big deal.
How do you tell the difference between that and horse poop?
You can't tell the
Oh,
difference.
There's a big difference.
There's a huge difference.
Yeah.
I haven't seen horse poop, so.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
like
That's
seen
not
it.
possible, Joe.
Yeah, because I own a
You've seen
horse,
it.
Dave.
Have you ever been to like a
It
parade?
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
No.
or Boston. The
Driving,
Boston.
driving on the
Fair.
road, back roads.
It's got a lot of hay in it, grass in it. There's a lot of fiber in it.
Yeah, it smells
Yeah.
earthy.
Hasn't left the home in 20 years.
I haven't. I
I've
don't go
also
to
seen
parades.
Back to the Future. Don't be a liar, Joe.
When did it happen in Back to the Future?
Biff
Oh,
gets
the
covered
kidding?
in
the
it.
manure
Yeah.
truck.
manure.
I thought that was cow manure.
That's right.
That was a spot on Biff.
That's cow manure. It wasn't
Guys,
horse
But
manure.
what
I-
age
I
Biff
was-
was that?
I was driving to work the other day, and I live up in New Hampshire. I'm on 89, and I'm in the not the fast lane, but just the normal travel lane. And there's a SUV in front of me. It's about 5 car lengths in front of me. And in the fast lane, there's another car, probably like 3 or 4 car lengths behind me. So just going along, traveling, everything's fine. And out of nowhere, I say out of nowhere, out of the median, like the median is all woods, runs this black pit bull. And he charges across the lane, and the SUV in front of me slams on their brakes to try not to hit the pit bull. The pit bull tries to stop, but it's inevitable. The car hits the pit bull. And the pit bull, like, it was really weird. Like, he stiff legs and he spins around in circles, and he like hits the ground, and he's like, he probably did like 4 or 5 complete rotations on his back, and the SUV like pulls over to the shoulder. I'm not gonna stop. I just drove through, like, in between the car and the pit bull, and as I'm driving by the pit bull,
He said shell shock.
another
Oh.
dog comes out of the median.
Whoa.
All right, and it's got the same color of like a Saint Bernard, but he's really thin. It's not like a big bulky dog. It's like a thin, lanky, like long legs, kind of a longer neck and a longer head. And he comes out of the woods, but he saunters, like he's moving really slow, and he goes into like the fast lane. And at this point now, I'm looking in my rearview mirror, and I see him, and now the car that's in the fast lane slams on their brakes, so they don't hit that dog. And they don't successfully, but then another dog comes out of the median.
In front of you?
Well,
No,
behind him at
like
this
next
point.
to the dog that's sauntering
Did
out.
you see Theon Greyjoy in front of them?
It was so freaking bizarre. Like, I was like, what is this pack of dogs doing?
Were they
Just
coyotes?
wandering around. And this is like a really wooded area. There's not like houses around that it would just be like somebody's dogs got loose. It was really, really freaking weird. But I told this story to Rochelle, and Rochelle said she was upset. She was like, why didn't you stop? And I was like, well, what was I going to do? The dog's dead, and there's the other dog that they've already stopped. And she said she would have stopped. And
Why
am I an
didn't you stop?
asshole for not stopping?
No.
Yes.
No, absolutely not. What the hell would
Are
you do
you-
to
are-
it? It's a
shouldn't
dead
you,
dog.
like,
Unless you're
stop
gonna
the
like
other
stomp
dogs?
on it to finish it off. I mean, what are you
could've-
gonna do?
You could have stopped in the fast lane so that cars would have driven around you and protected those other 2 dogs.
Because he
like
knew
I
that the other 2
would've
dogs
That's
were.
more
not
accident.
safe at all.
Yeah,
Stop
also
it.
It's
that.
super safe. Also, you could have picked up the dog that was on the road and brought him to the vet.
That's not.
I'm
your
sure you had a
job.
lot of better things to do than that.
Yeah, but see, that's what you
I had to
should've
get to
done.
work.
I think you were
That-
smart.
Honestly, no, I'm not even kidding. The only thing that you could have done is finished it if it was like dying.
Yeah.
Finish it.
No, I'm
would've
serious.
stopped.
I mean that If it
So-
was dying, then that what
I
else
think you could
can you
take him to the
do?
vet,
You
and they
put in
probably
a-
would have
A
saved it.
fatality code.
No, they're gonna
Yeah.
charge like $1,000.
Well, you leave it at the vet. You don't pick it
Well, it's
up.
New Hampshire. I mean, most people are
Euthanize it.
carrying guns.
Just
sure.
be like, save it. I'm going to work. I'll check back later, and then you never pick up the
You
dog.
know, vets don't work quite like hospitals do. Like they would just put the dog down.
Yeah.
Well, then bring it to
They
a
They're
would
not
vet.
then
gonna.
kill it
They're not
instead
gonna
of
waste the
killing
money to save the dog. They're just gonna be like, oh, this dog is injured. We don't know who it is. Here's the old euthanol.
It's called Euthasol.
Yes, the injection, the liquid that they euthanize dogs with is called euthanol.
Brilliant.
I
really
think
got
I still
creative.
think you could have saved it. Like, give it mouth to mouth or something, and it would have came back.
I'm sorry, I just googled it. It's actually
This is-
called kill dog juice.
This is how Joe gets rabies, by the way.
Little
man.
rake.
He's gonna hit a dog and try to give it mouth to mouth, and he's gonna have rabies.
Well, dogs don't have rabies.
It'll be a fox.
Dogs don't have rabies, Joe.
They don't. I mean,
So
house
you would,
dogs.
if
don't.
you hit the dog, you would stop. Like I feel like even if I hit
if I
the
hit
dog,
the dog, I would have
Yeah.
stopped. Of course.
If I hit it,
Yeah.
I would have.
I hit a dog once like 15 years ago. It ran out in front of me and then it ran away and I never found it.
Oh.
I'm not even kidding. Like, and it took
Yeah,
like
that
it took
happens.
like the side light off my car and it was
Wow.
like,
he's
legit.
still been searching so that he could
no idea. It was a
beat the
golden
dog
retriever.
for breaking
I
his
like
car.
that. Got away. Guess it was all right.
Trying to get the money back from the owner.
Freaked me
Yeah.
out.
I
was,
watched a car like
traumatized.
hit a deer once, and then the deer like just in my rear view window because it was like behind me already, but like it was limping across the road because it was trying to run across the highway, and a car hit it on the hindquarters, and then it just kind of dragged itself with its front legs over to the side of the road, and it felt awful.
Yikes.
I would have cried. Pretty sensitive.
You didn't save it, Joe? I
No.
thought you were going to take it to a vet.
Venison.
I can't fit
just
a
drove
deer,
away.
and it already like it's in the woods already. I can't find it.
Dying.
I've already seen Tommy Boy.
Can't get that far. It's dragging itself.
He left a note on it.
Yeah,
saying-
exactly.
Throw it in the back
I
seat.
feel like you could catch up to it.
Besides, it gave me that story that I just told.
He left a note on its
man.
antlers with his insurance.
I saw my
Yeah.
my cat get run over in front of me. It was the worst thing that
Ouch.
ever happened to me. It
Ooh.
was awful. If you want to hear the story.
Was
it
the
ran
cat-
across. Yeah, it was my favorite cat, and it ran across, and then it like ran with a car, and then the wheel got its stomach, and the organs came out.
Oh, I was
Oh,
gonna ask if it was
God.
okay, but
No,
that
it,
doesn't seem
it
like
kept
it.
running, and then it died right on our in the front doorstep.
They
Jesus.
made it.
And then I crumpled to the ground, and I had to get like sung lullabies to sleep for like 3 months.
It's family.
And then whoever
hour
did it shot in your
on
tub.
this radio
It was
program.
awful. Then we had like kielbasa
That-
that night, and I was like, oh god.
All the 8-year-olds listening are crying now.
And she's a vegetarian now.
Did you scream when it happened, or you just like
yeah,
shock?
I like screamed like someone in the movies, and I
Yeah.
crumpled to the ground. Yeah.
And that was the inspiration for Not Good Enough.
And then you had kielbasa.
It just reminded me of the intestines.
Oh,
It was bad. I didn't go to school that day. I was waiting
What
for
did
the
you
bus.
have with the kielbasa? Like it, whenever anything traumatic happens to somebody, like they remember crazy details just about
Yeah.
that day.
Yeah, I remember what I ate, but I just remember because it looks like his intestines. Like,
Did you
glad I can laugh
protest
about
like,
it
Mom,
these
I don't
days."
think I can eat this?
yeah, I was upset. I don't remember
It
if
looks
I
like
ate it or not.
Mitten's insides.
I think I still ate it, but
Crying.
yeah. I usually
like,
like
What would you do if you
emotionally
found out
Sprinkles
all
would
these
have
years
wanted
later that it
this.
was Mittens?
That what?
That's what you ate was Mittens. The kielbasa was actually your cat.
Well,
Times were tough.
at least didn't go to waste, I guess.
She's cold hearted.
you absorbed his
Mittens.
essence.
yeah. That's how you would have wanted it.
His heart made you stronger.
You gained all his knowledge.
Glad we got a good
All
chuckle
right.
from it.
That's a traumatic experience in your life. Glad we all thought it was
Oh
hilarious.
man.
The dog got
So
away
I'm
in
thinking-
my story.
I'm thinking that we'll have you guys play another song, and then we'll wrap this up.
Cool.
Is that cool? Are you guys cool with
Yeah.
that, or do you want to? We could still go like 2 more hours if you want, talking about
Animals.
run over cats,
We're gonna like
Diarrhea.
we're gonna play our new concept.
diarrhea
album,
bears.
Dr.
We've
Fun.
really covered a lot tonight, guys.
Poop in the bathroom.
dead cat.
Well, that should be where it
Today.
is.
Okay, sorry.
Every show always goes back to
Poop in
poop.
the tub. Sorry.
I feel like I've like when you go to these parties with the punk rockers, right? I feel like I know who they are, but I don't. I know you're not going to tell me who they are, but I feel like I know who they are.
Oh, the specific people?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. It's been a while since I've hung out with them. Yeah, like, I think the worst thing was like somebody was like nailing his penis to like a board during the
What?
party.
Wait, what?
Why?
Because they're punks. And then someone was tasing everyone.
But
so it's,
that's like
going
a
around tasing
one-time
people. I'm
trick.
Like,
You can't do it again after that one
I don't
time.
know. Yeah, I didn't follow up with how his penis was after. Maybe it was the
Like
ball
through the
sack
meat
skin.
or through
Maybe it was
skin?
the ball sack
Like-
skin.
I can tell his penis was not well.
Yeah. So yeah,
think
that
I
was the
wanna
last
party
time
with
I
you.
went. I don't party like that anymore. That's when I was,
You would think after the
back
first
in
party,
the
be like,
day.
you know what, I'm good.
Yeah,
But
I
then
think I
you're
had
just
like a few
no,
like
there's
that.
a
and then-
decade of these.
Yeah.
Did you like pick the poop up out of the tub, or did you just mash it down the drain?
If you just
Well,
took
first
the
I
shower
stepped on
and you
it. I
spray
stepped
it.
on it full force, like just right into it. I think. I don't remember. I think I picked it up with paper towels or something. It was
That
huge
is maybe
too.
the best follow-up question ever.
Well, what do you do with
Did
your
you
foot?
pick
down
it up
the
with a
drain.
paper
I might have
towel,
smushed
or
it
did you
down.
mash it down the drain
I
with
might
your
have taken a
foot?
shower
Yeah.
and mushed it down with my foot.
I was gonna say because like once you're in there, like
Leftover.
if you move your foot out to clean it with a paper towel, then you've got
I know,
poo
you still
footprint
got, yeah.
as you move through the
Just
house.
took a shower but stepped around it.
I'll deal with it later. That's what I would do.
I was probably really hungover too, so was not good.
Just take a poop next to it. Just be like, this is where I poop now.
I claim this back.
It's like in,
Poop on
in
top of it.
India where they poop on the street.
Yeah. Or China, I heard they do that too.
San Francisco, they do that too.
They go on the
God.
go on the beach and just let the waves clean it away.
That is the most. I just like how it was like, it was bad enough, right, that there was poop in the shower the next day, but no, there was the guy was nailing his dick to a board.
Yeah, I
And the glass
That's
fights
insane.
and tasing
That's how it gets
was
hard.
not fun either.
Like I feel like if we keep going, there's gonna be just more and more. Like the
Yeah.
guy put cement in his asshole or something.
God.
He
think
wanted to
that's the
see if
worst
he
it
could
got.
pee out cement.
Oh, man.
do you pee out things that you put in your ass usually, Joe?
Well, I mean, if he's dumb enough to put cement in his asshole, he might not know where it goes.
Yeah. Probably die from that.
You know, that's pretty cool.
He's like, this is how I get
all
wood
right.
as he's banging it.
What song are you guys gonna play here?
I
Is
think
this
we're
gonna
gonna
be-
play the hit single.
The hit single,
Yeah.
which is releasing on Saturday, right? Or is it tomorrow?
Pre-release is Friday and legit release is Saturday.
It's Saturday, and you guys have a show on Saturday.
Yep, at Kodo in Salem, Mass, with Top Down and Heavy Necker. It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be what we call a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good enough show for us.
So make sure you check out Analog Heart at all of their social medias, analogheartband.com, facebook.com/analogheartband, all of that stuff. Follow them on Twitter, Analog Heart Band, Analog Heart Music on the Instagrams, and pre-order the song, get it tomorrow, buy it. I'm sure every little bit helps. So, and then go see them if you're going to be in Salem, or actually just check their Facebook page for upcoming show dates. You guys play out pretty often, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so this song is called "Not Good Enough."
Yeah.
Oh, and we're in Worcester, August 12th, so we'll be around here.
Yeah, at Electric
2 or
Haze.
3 weeks.
Yeah, that was a good plug.
Are you guys going to be in New Hampshire?
Maine.
No. We're going to be in Maine and then
August 26th.
Providence, Rhode Island. in
Sumner,
September.
Maine.
And yep, Sumner, Maine.
On August 26th.
Yeah, we need to come back to New Hampshire though. I'll work on that one.
Yeah, I live out in like bumfuck New Hampshire. Like there's nothing around here.
We do the Stone Church. Are you near Newmarket? Or is,
I don't know what that means.
Newmarket, New Hampshire.
yeah. There's so many
Yeah.
areas in New Hampshire. I don't know.
It's close to the border of Maine.
Oh, okay.
I don't think anybody's near Newmarket.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you know. No, I'm not near Newmarket.
Oh,
I don't think anybody's near me. Like I live near New London.
oh, I've heard of it though.
I only know
And
New
we'll go
London,
there just for
Connecticut.
you.
I'm not that far from like Manchester.
Oh.
Oh, I was just in London.
Is
Are
something
we
new?
Yeah.
Just like a newer
Yeah, I don't know.
version of it.
I've heard of New London, Connecticut, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I've
probably.
heard of. Yeah.
You heard of Joan London?
Oh no.
I've heard of London and France and underpants.
Make sure you stay tuned for us naming cities in New Hampshire.
None of those were in New Hampshire.
Oh. Actually, I think they all were, Joe. So joke's on you. All
Joan
right, so this
London
is
wasn't.
Analog Heart with a new hit single, "Not Good Enough," which is going to be released on Saturday.
There's like this one mosquito that keeps flying. Biting itself.
All right, you ready?
All right. Ready? Not good enough for my love. Not good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough for my love. Not good enough for my love. Not good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough for my love. It's never about the look in his eyes on the day that you met. It's never about the place that took you or the first kiss you get. It's never about all the littlest things, it's about all the little things. It's never about the individual words, it's about what they're supposed to mean. Not good enough for my love. Not good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough for my love. Not good enough for my love. Not good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough for my love. Been too afraid of being alone and all by myself. Been too afraid to have nothing to lose and I'm the one else. Too afraid of burning the bridges and cutting his head. Been too afraid to open my eyes and to finally realize you're just not good enough for my love. Not good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough for my love. Not good enough for my love. Not good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough for my love. Time in our lives when we could have held on as it melted away. Time in our lives when nothing could be wrong is an unforgotten day. Time in our lives when our love was strong was never really true. Time in our lives didn't last too long. Now I know that you are what I always knew. You are not good enough for my love. Not good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough for my love. Not good enough for my love. No. Not good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough for my love. Just not good enough for my love. Not good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough for my love. Not good enough for my love. Not good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough for my love. Yeah.
Nice. That is
The funky
awesome.
song.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That is a. I am just really happy. I am happy for Analog Heart.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Over the past 3 years, just to see you guys where you were and where you're at now. it makes me happy. You guys keep growing and getting better and better, and I do think that you guys. I mean, Jesse, I think you're a really great guitar player.
He is.
And
Thanks, buddy.
you've got a fantastic voice on you. So.
I think that was Austin.
I guys hope you keep plugging.
Oh, thanks.
And you still talk to us, even though we get worse and worse.
Yeah, which is weird. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. We have low standards.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. We do thank you guys for coming on. Gonna go around the room and do some final thoughts.
The 3 rooms.
The 3 rooms, yep. The many rooms of final thoughts.
Oh, I remember
Jesse and Liz, I think you guys familiar with the final thoughts. So I will start with Adam, so that he can prepare everybody else.
I hate Joe today only because he let mosquitoes in his house and they have been raping me all night.
Yeah, there's like
Maybe
there's
it's
one.
the band that didn't close the door on their way in.
I live in a barn, so
So don't hate me. Hate
No.
Analog Heart. Just say I hate Analog Heart right now.
You should keep track of people coming in your house, and if someone doesn't close the door, make sure it's closed.
I'm not monitoring people who come in and out of this place or into the bathroom.
You
So
don't keep track of your own house?
I can't tell. Is
Listen,
the door even
Adam,
open?
you
Is it still open?
can't expect Joe to take responsibility for
it really
anything.
riled them up.
Yeah, I don't want to be blamed.
My
For-
feet
For
were,
anything.
My
For
feet were really itchy.
Well, that's not my fault. Maybe that's
It's
a
got the itchy
pre-existing
feet.
itchy feet condition.
No, didn't happen until I got bit by mosquitoes in your house.
I bet you have athlete's foot, and I think you're afraid of saying it.
I'm not an athlete. Are you kidding me?
It's probably from the poops in the shower. You just step in it, and then there's fungus in your poops, and it's giving you fungal foot infection.
It's true.
It's hard to get rid of once you have it.
Yeah.
It's one hell of a
Eric,
final
I'll throw it over to you, buddy. Eric
Your final
Simpson on the
thought.
drums.
Quiet man.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to hate something today?
No.
No,
Could be
you
like
just
any
say
thought.
whatever.
Any
you
final
you,
thought.
you say whatever you want to say. This
It is a
your
typical
time to
theme,
shine.
though.
Because I was gonna agree with the mosquitoes. I hate Joe for letting those mosquitoes.
My God.
My God, you're probably
Let's
the
just
last
all
one
hate
in here.
Joe.
This is probably your fault.
Common
The
thing is
mosquito.
hate Joe.
It's close.
I have a citronella candle burning in the other room.
Oh, well, it's doing a lot of good in the other room.
It's not on. I didn't light it,
You said it was burning.
but it's in the other room.
You
Eric,
said you have it
where are you
burning in
from?
the other room.
I live in Douglas. Am I supposed to say that? Douglas, Douglas, Massachusetts.
Uh-oh.
Is that where you were born
I was
and raised?
I was born in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Are you glad you got out of Lowell?
Yeah, I grew up in Grafton.
Grafton, yeah.
That's right near here.
They have a great flea market.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, indeed.
I went to that a couple of weeks ago. Scored no deals. Just thought you should know that.
I think they're all deals to begin with, though. So
Well, no, it's like people. It's like like that microphone you have. If it was like 200 years old and it barely functioned, people would put a sticker on it and try to sell it to you. That's pretty much what the flea market's like.
Joe
Oh,
went
yeah.
there and got
They're
fleas. And
That's what every flea market is. What is your expectation of a fucking flea market?
Yeah, I want like better things. Like I
High-end
want.
stuff.
I just want your
what
guitar,
stores
except
are
you put
for.
like
Like
$5 on it, and then I'll.
He
I'll
wants to
just-
go to
yeah.
Amazon
yard
warehouse.
sales.
Yeah, I want a deal. I don't want your guitar in 200 years when it looks terrible
it doesn't work.
and it doesn't work. You know, I want it
And then it's
as it looks
$5.
now, and but $5.
Austin, what is your final thought?
I was recently diagnosed with Lyme disease,
Oh,
and so
really?
I have been
that
taking
real?
doxycycline. And
I did
so
take that once.
I got to stay out of the sun. So everybody, watch out for ticks.
Wait, is
I
that
have Lyme disease. Yeah.
Watch out
is
for
that
ticks.
because of Lyme disease? You have to stay out of the sun, or because
No,
of the
just because I'm
doxycycline?
taking the doxycycline.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Lyme
Just
disease,
because I guess
bugs.
it's sun sensitivity or photosensitivity
They didn't tell me.
to your
that.
skin.
Did
No?
you get the spots?
Bad
Did you get
doctor.
the spots?
Yeah, I got a rash, and it wasn't even in the same place I was bit. About 3 weeks after I was bit by a deer tick.
Oh.
Pulled the deer tick
So
out of me.
wait, how long does it take? Because like I thought like a tick bites you and it has to be there for a while before you
I thought so,
contract
too.
the disease.
No, I mean, yeah, but once a tick is bitten inside of you, like they say 24 hours, but there's really no set time. I mean, It was definitely
Like, did
for
you
at least
not
a day or two.
notice it until like the symptoms came, or like did you just see a big deer tick bite and you're just
I
like,
pulled the tick out of me, and I knew I had contracted about 2 days before because I pulled other ticks off me 2 days prior, and so I figured it was probably from that same.
oh,
Are
batch
you
of
going to
ticks.
join like a Lyme disease survivor group?
I know.
No, you know, the weird thing is that I got the rash, which was like a clear sign that you have it, the bullseye rash, and it was on my other leg. And the doctors tested me, and the test came back negative. And they're like, oh, we'll still take the antibiotics for 3 weeks because, you know, that's a safe bet.
Yeah,
So
I think
the,
my test was
the
negative
tests
too.
come back negative, I guess, a lot.
Yeah.
And it's mostly just so the CDC can add me to a statistic and put my case in the data books. But because I didn't come back as positive, they can't now. But either way.
What were you doing?
It was all in
Watch
vain.
out for
Ticks
ticks.
on you.
Exploring the woods. I was on Dutch Island in Narragansett Bay, and there's a old military complex there. It's a state-owned island now, but we were just exploring the buildings.
do you
They're all
regret
run
it
down.
now?
No,
It was still worth the trip.
it was a fun.
So everyone
weekend.
never go outside ever.
That's
Just-
what I'm learning from this.
Check for ticks when you go in the woods.
I didn't get the
What
bullseye.
is
Wait,
the-
were you wearing like shorts and a t-shirt, or were you fully covered up?
Shorts and a t-shirt.
Oh. See,
What does the Lyme disease like bracelet look like?
Oh, yeah,
Bracelet.
what color is that?
it's probably green
What's
with
that?
yellow writing, like the little
Like, you know how
the
they carry those
Livestrong
bracelets?
bracelet, except now it's like a
To spread awareness.
yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
It would be probably like dark brown.
Bullseye.
With bullseye
Well, I'm
on it.
gonna let you know. I'm sure they're online.
Bullseye.
Yeah, they're green actually.
Are they?
See,
Sure.
green.
They're lime green.
Oh, right.
Oh
Duh.
yeah. Clever.
Clever.
Hey, hey.
Watch out for ticks. Final thought.
Lime.
Lime. No good.
Jesse.
Well, everyone's final thoughts has been about bugs so far.
I actually have a bug thought.
Mosquitoes
I didn't
and
notice that.
ticks. So I thought I would add one that's a little more positive though about bugs. So
He's got fleas.
well, no, I went to the UK on a vacation recently, and they have ladybugs that are black with red spots instead of red
Whoa.
with black spots, and I just thought that was pretty badass.
That's like Player 2 in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'll play
It
it
switches
too.
the colors. Cause
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
reversed,
yeah.
so you know that you're the second player.
Okay, right. But he wasn't reversed in Mortal Kombat 1. He was just a slightly different shade of Sub-Zero. You know, because like Sub-Zero would be like, there's like the blue one and there's like the sort of bluer one.
that's true.
Yeah.
Just
so
darker.
It's like a little bit darker. But yeah, these ladybugs are awesome, so I recommend taking a trip to England. Check out the ladybugs. They're in season.
Why else did you go to England? I mean,
I spent a 3-week vacation just seeing ladybugs.
ladybugs. Maybe Stonehenge.
How's the food?
He went all the way over there to look at ladybugs.
Well, I had to return my food because it had a ladybug in it.
That was where he discovered the ladybug.
Liz.
Yo.
What's
I
your
guess I have
fun
a
bug
bug
fact?
thought too. I don't even know if I can say the words. So I think it's a locust. Is that like the crazy bug that
That's the bug, yeah.
yeah flies? I didn't know this, but I guess locusts are actually grasshoppers. That's my fact.
So are they the same?
That's where we got our
Just
show name
talking
from.
about
It's the
this.
locust cat.
Did you tell me that?
No, I don't know if it's true.
Oh, it is. No, it's like
Why
the
are they-
grasshopper.
Different.
Actually, if the grasshopper is in an environment where it can eat all the food at once and get big and strong and there's no predators or anything, it can turn into a locust.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's like its final form.
It's like once it's swarmed, it's a locust.
Yeah, I think it gets bigger and
Yeah,
like
like
changes.
in the Bible, when like the world ends, all the locusts like eat everything.
I just thought that was like
Yeah.
the cicadas coming back every 17 years. I didn't know it was actually grasshoppers
Oh.
changing into them. That's awesome.
I didn't know that
Yeah,
they
that's
were
what I heard.
grasshoppers.
That's freaking badass.
I think there's some sort of locust problem somewhere in the world right now. I forget where, but like
Plague o locust.
it's like a
for the
plague.
land.
I forget.
Bajor.
Is there any other kind of cloud of locust than a plague?
Should we hide our firstborn?
I don't think so.
Yeah. That was a real
Yeah.
plague, though, that killed the Pharaoh's guys, right?
Locust plague?
I thought that was a regular plague.
Sure.
Like the Black Plague?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Black Plague actually was in New Mexico.
Yeah, it's still around. People are
bubonic
just-
plague.
yeah, the bubonic plague.
What is
It's
that?
in,
Like
like-
bacteria?
Yeah, it's just like if you're dirty.
Yeah.
Probably
Fleas
like-
have it.
yeah.
Fleas are carrying it around.
If you take showers with
Rats.
poops.
Rats and fleas.
I got it for
Yeah.
sure.
Like there are cases today, like New Mexico and Arizona and stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's gross.
Gabe,
Hmm?
final thought.
Oh, my final thought is that I'm about to go play PUBG because I feel like playing some video games before I sleep because that's always a fun time.
You're gonna eat pub cheese?
What's pudgy?
Yes, I'm gonna eat pub cheese.
He's gonna go eat pub cheese.
He wants to know what PUBG is.
Pub
It's a video game. It's
like
like
a
a battle royale
binge.
video game. It's like the Hunger Games. Imagine the Hunger Games as a video game.
Do you guys have time for
Cool.
video games at all? Or are you just not video gamers?
I'm not a video game
On my
person.
phone, yeah, I like the point and click old like 80s and 90s style games.
Yeah, I like the Mario. That's like the only one I'll play.
I play Word
Old
Scramble
school.
on my phone. That's it. That's my
Nice.
video game.
Point and click like King's Quest, and
Yeah, exactly.
I used to love those games. They don't
Yeah.
make them like that
Monkey
anymore.
Island. No, I play like the same ones. I just download them on that scum VM.
It's just the same game over and over.
Yep, 8-bit or 16-bit, whatever
Yeah.
it is. No, the old ones I never played when I was... Didn't get to. Now I'm getting to.
So you guys definitely don't watch video games on TV.
Like, no.
I'm super into e-games and watching other people play.
Oh, the
For
esports?
me, oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
On ESPN.
Yeah. It's pretty exciting.
Joe?
Today was my 5th day of having enchiladas, and now I'm finally done with them. I had my mom made enchiladas for my brother's birthday, like on Sunday, and then she just made like too much, and none of his friends showed up for it. So I took him a lot of enchiladas, and I've had enchiladas for 5 days straight.
Can she make more and you bring them up this weekend?
No, it's too late. She's enchiladas out.
Do they get better
Just-
every day you ate them, or?
I'll
worse?
send her a message
Yeah.
on Facebook. Can I do that?
So
Can
the
I send your mom a message on Facebook?
Well, it was sad because it was my brother's birthday, and he really wanted his friends to come over and have enchiladas and show off my mom's enchiladas because they're really good, and none of them showed up. So she made like 4 huge pans of enchiladas. So I took a lot
Not
home.
even one person.
No.
I mean, to be fair, your brother's
Assholes.
been dead for like 20 years now. So
I mean, he hasn't been dead. He's still alive. He just turned 34.
So the bidet's been getting a lot of views.
The bidet's been getting a lot of views. But he didn't
That's
want
why
them.
he
Like,
bought
I
it,
guess he was
right?
depressed because nobody came and had any. So then I just was like,
Aw.
I'm not throwing these out. I'm taking them home. And I ate them for 5 days. So now I'm finally out of enchiladas.
what's your mom's name again?
She's not on Facebook.
Apparently, we're not friends on Facebook.
She's not on Facebook.
This kind of sounds like a chick flick. 5
Starts
days
with
of
an L.
enchiladas.
It does start with
right.
an L, but she's not on Facebook.
Can we call her?
Why isn't she on Facebook?
She doesn't like Facebook. She doesn't like the way we handle ourselves, her children, on Facebook. So she quit in embarrassment. That is a true fact.
Somebody shared a Trump meme.
It wasn't that. It was my sister got drunk and her friends were like hugging
make
each
it
other
on
on
Facebook
Facebook,
Live.
and she's like, she didn't like that my sister like kissed her friend on the cheek. She thought it, she thought it was embarrassing, so she got off Facebook.
How does she feel about your radio program?
She doesn't never heard it. They know about it. My whole family knows about it, and they've never heard it. We've been doing this
That's
for
what
like
they tell you.
5 years, and nobody's ever heard it.
Why?
keep it
Like
that
by
way.
choice?
By
or-
choice, they don't care.
I don't
My
let
family
my
doesn't
family
care.
listen.
But they know you do it, right?
They know I do it, but
Yeah.
I don't tell them where to find it or what I talk
I've
about.
linked to it. I've shared it. I said we're going live now. I literally just sent them a Snapchat of it, and no, they're never going to listen to it.
If you want your family to be proud of you for doing something, this is the worst thing to look for.
No, I don't want them to be proud of me.
I've had talkings too. Like I've had my dad call me to tell me that what I've said was too mean about my mom. I've had my dad tell me that he's disappointed in what we said about my sister. I've had my sister stop talking to me over
never
things that have
ever
happened on
said
the
You've
show.
had your
bad
mom
about
tell
your
you
sister.
that she likes me more than you.
That has happened. She said that I like that Dave Harvey. He's really good.
Such a nice boy.
Yeah, my family really they love to listen.
Isn't that
Yeah.
special?
My family does not. They don't care. So.
Really just tearing us apart. All right. Well, my final thought for the evening is just going to be check out Analog Heart. We thank you guys so much for joining us. Really do appreciate it. You guys are just the fucking best. And it's analogheartband.com. Analog Heart Music, Instagram, Analog Heart Band, Twitter. Go give them a follow. Tweet at them. Let them know that you heard them here. Your music rocks. You guys are just really great, and you just keep getting better. And I'm proud of you. Tons of shows. Show at Kodo in Salem this Saturday. And if you go to Facebook and search Analog Heart, give them a follow. They got shows coming up in August in Worcester.
Do your family
and
go to
Maine.
the shows?
Jesse's
Yeah, his
parents come to
family.
all of them.
All
Yeah.
of them? They don't skip one?
No, they skip some. They come
Maybe
to
like
a lot.
a few.
They
Yeah.
come to a lot.
Yeah, they come to most. My family lives far away, so they don't come to too many. But
My sister
Yeah.
comes to a lot.
yeah, sometimes it's annoying, when your family comes, or like I'll not wear shoes on stage, and my mom's like so upset that I don't wear shoes on stage for some reason. She's like, "You're too old for that." And I'm like, "Shut up, mom."
They were like, Jesse, I don't like the way you're thrusting your hips.
It's been a point of discussion. Yes.
Yeah. They're old school.
Yeah, here's a song. Here's a single.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah,
They
I
can't
can
hear
a word
it,
of that.
but we're playing the song right now. We're playing this single.
Are you playing the new song? I
Yeah.
sent it to you in
We
an
have
email
a guest
form.
vocalist on it. Guy Jerry, what's up?
What up, guy?
I can't hear anything anybody says.
No.
We're playing the song.
All
get
right,
it.
guys, we're the Lotuscast. Lotuscast.com is where you can listen to us live every Thursday night. Strangelabel.com exclusively right there. Hop in the chat room and join us for the good times. And we'll be here having so much fun at the Lotuscast on Twitter. So we'll be live next week with a very special guest, another special guest in studio. Will be joining us next Thursday.
Thanks for that heads up, I guess. I'll be sure to look out for somebody next Thursday.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I was in talks earlier, so again, Analog Heart, thank you so much. It was really great catching up with you guys again.
Thank you.
And until next week, go fuck yourselves.
The time in our lives when nothing could be wrong is a long forgotten day.
Time in our lives when our love was strong was never really true.
The time in our lives didn't last too long, and now I know that you know you are.
You are what I always do.
Oh, yeah.
You are not good enough for my love. Not good enough, good enough.